Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
What the fuck is going on?
It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. And he mishit this one badly.
Hey, bro.
40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
That's crazy. They just hold the fuck out of me.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. He's able to drive that pile about a yard.
What the fuck is it playing music for, bro? Alright, waste your time too much, but I can't deal with that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Menu narration set to 100.
That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Williams from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down. Running with Swift out of the gun. Into the second level past the 30. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's going to work it to the 20. And that tackle made by Blake Cashman.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got it! And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but you can't start much better than that.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Ty Chandler to return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. A lot of grass ahead. And some excellent work on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Brought in right side by Moore. And he nabs him about 12 yards there before going out. But even with that, it's still 3rd down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. Everyone's out there, so let's get things restarted. Reichert connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Moore's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Williams on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Komet's got it, left side. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Hits him on the out route. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Here's Williams. Hits his running back. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. And it's the Bears, lined up with a 2nd and 8. Williams set to pass. This one's caught. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped, though, right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Going power with a big tight end. And they're going to stop him after a 4-yard gain. That means first and goal is coming up.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser use stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
Johnson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. Williams with the sneak. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. That one right down the middle. And the Bears drive their lead to 11.
Fast ass first half. Like fucking 5 minutes.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Fucking shit, bro. Square the
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson, and that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Looking for a target. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. It's another rushing play. Escapes a defender. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Chandler now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Stays. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Flush down out to his left. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Well, these drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw by Williams. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That finds Komet downfield. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The big play nets him 17
Hey, great play, my boy.
yards.
Great play. That's crazy.
And that's good for a Bears first down. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears push their lead further to start the half. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Chandler now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd down, McCarthy to pass. Has a big strike to Addison. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Again, McCarthy to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Jones. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings make it an 11-point ball game. Maybe a little panic here. Maybe they feel like they have to. Down 2 scores. Look at this. Lining up for the onside kick here in the third. Oh, the Vikings got to it first. They get it back. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First down, Williams to throw. Finds the in route, complete. And they bring him down around the 34. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. Second and 3 now. Running behind center with Swift. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
It's a dime look by the Vikings. Third down coming. Williams from the gun. Fires right away, but incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. Williams throwing on 4th. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Vikings have some new life in the 4th.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
From the red zone now. Has some room to work. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, Brock, take me inside the helmet of a quarterback here as you're laying there after taking that hit. Are you asking your linemen? Are you listening to the crowd? What are you doing to find out if you made the connection?
Yes, yes to all of that. You're listening to the crowd. That's kind of your first indicator as you're laying there. That roar, what is it? Is it a touchdown? Is it a pick? And then your buddies let you know right away as they pick you off the ground, and that is a hit you will take for 6 every time.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. Williams to throw on first. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Working from the gun, Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Here's Swift on second down. And he'll manage maybe a yard, but that is enough to put him in first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 9-point advantage. DJ Moore, the touchdown.
Nice pass, my boy.
Santos
nice
now
pass,
for the extra point.
Nice
point
pass.
sent in
That's
through the rain.
crazy. Crazy.
And the
That was
Bears make it a
big
10-point ball game.
jump.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. That's caught in stride by Addison. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. They've got 1st down from the 31. Williams on the play action. Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Swift gets it, going left. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
They go to him again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears looking like they'll start this season with a win. A big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. It's a 36-yard look for him. Santos' kick is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He'll take this at the 10. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. And he's got them quite the gain here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First and 10, it's McCarthy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing again now, McCarthy. He sends this one to the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
The Bears decide to call their first time out, and they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Now to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
This is such the back and forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing deep for the end zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Well, there ends the danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
Hey, GG,
We
my
see it
boy.
every week in the NFL. So many of these defenses are predicated on not giving up the big play. So when you get a chunk play, yards like that thrown into double coverage to your tight end, you will take it every time and twice on Sunday.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. Another throw here for McCarthy. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. Again, McCarthy to throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Gotta hurry this to the line. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season.